James says, let that steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Count it all joy when you face trials. That's insane, unless you understand what trials are actually producing. Wow. So maybe it's how I'm looking at this. So before we get into it, I have some questions for you. But I want you to check out the poll. Check out the poll in the corner and type 1 or 2. Check out the poll and type 1 or 2 in the corner. Because tonight we're going to have a good discussion. Because James told us to count it all joy. And that sounds crazy when I'm getting tempted to count it joy. Well, unless we understand what the trials are actually trying to produce. So before we move on, it's a poll up there. I just want to see what you think. What is the danger? What is the bigger danger? Is the bigger danger in temptation for you? What is it? Believing the lie or wanting the relief? Okay, I see one is getting a lot of attention here. Believing the lie. Okay. Well, here's another question I want to ask. If the battle is producing something in you, then what do you hope it produces? If the battle is producing something in you, do you hope it will produce courage, discernment, endurance, or compassion? If the battle is producing something in you, what do you hope it's producing? Courage, discernment, endurance, or compassion? Type that in. Courage, discernment, endurance, or compassion. And by now, you should be comfortable in being honest with yourself. And what you're finding out in this podcast and this panel is that we all are faced with temptations. You're starting to see that you're not the only one that enduring seasons and going through. And so that's why I wanted to highlight tonight's topic, surviving versus transformation, because there's a difference. What's one battle you refuse to let define you? Would it be fear? Would it be failure? Would it be rejection? Would it be doubt? What's one battle you refuse to let define you? I refuse to let fear define me. I refuse to let failure define me. I refuse to let rejection define me, or I refuse to let doubt define me. Oh, I'm gonna put you to work tonight. I'm glad you're at the table. It's good to see some of the OGs now that's been with us over 20 episodes. We have gone through almost 20 episodes, 20 topics that's being pulled out of Genesis chapter 3 about Eve, which is the whole purpose of the Eve effect. Now, before we move on, let me make this clear at the table. Being tempted does not mean you have sinned. Temptation is not the sin. Temptation is the invitation. It's the thought. It's the urge, the pull, the opportunity or voice that says, this will make you feel better. Was the voice that says nobody will know, or the voice that says God is holding out on you? So temptations is not sin. And when you're tempted, it does not mean you have sinned. Temptation is the invitation. It's the invitation. So the sin is not that the temptation showed up. The sin is when we yield to it, when we agree with the lie, when we entertain it, when we choose it over what God said. That's the sin. And so many get flabbergasted because they are being tempted, but temptation is going to come.